It is important for part and mold designers not only to understand design principles, but also to understand the fundamentals of plastics. The choice of a plastic or polymer has a strong impact on the outcome of a molded part. In this lesson, we will review the basic structures of polymer materials. For this lesson, we will cover the basics of how a polymer is created. Polymers can be made by polymerization, polycondensation, or polyaddition. In addition, rubber from natural materials can be vulcanized to create specialty compounds. The smallest building block of a polymer is called a monomer. Here you can see an ethylene monomer, which is used to create polyethylene by polymerization. Thousands or even hundreds of thousands of monomers are combined to build a monomeric molecular chain called a macromolecule. Molecular chains vary in length and shape, depending on the nature of the polymerization process. Imagine that the molecular chains of a polymer are like logs floating down a river. If all the logs are aligned in the same direction, they can easily flow down the river. But if some of the logs turn sideways or transverse to the direction of the water flow, they create resistance, and the overall flow becomes much more challenging. Now that we've learned how polymers are made up of long chains, we will move on to the internal bonding mechanisms. When a macromolecular chain is created by polymerization, the atoms are joined by primary bonding forces. These strong forces hold the monomers together in the molecular chain. In addition, there are secondary bonding forces present between the individual chains. Because these forces are about 100 times lower than the primary forces, they can be softened by applying heat, which lowers them further and allows the material or molecule chains to slide along each other to flow.